So from what I can gather right now, the best high interest savings accounts in Canada are the... Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Griffin here, and today we'll be talking about high interest savings accounts in Canada, right? We're all aware of the fact that inflation's up quite a bit this year and interest rates have followed suit, meaning variable rate loans like mortgages and lines of credit have seen their borrowing costs increased quite a bit as well. So although a difficult situation for many, that's typically costing consumers a lot more in interest in the bigger picture. One silver lining though is that high interest savings account rates also increase, meaning more interest payments on your savings in the bank, which can amount to a decent little boost in savings over the year. So that's what we'll be discussing today. And I just wanted to mention that this video isn't sponsored. These are just accounts that currently seem to provide the best offers for customers. So if you find value, please make sure to drop a like. Let's get into it. All right, so the first high interest savings account is Simply Financial's high interest savings account, which offers an interest rate up to 6%. And I say up to because this is a promotional rate that only applies for 5 months, which for the record is actually quite typical of most high interest savings accounts in Canada, because these companies, they essentially just want to hook you in with a flashy upfront rate and hope that you just continue banking with them in the future. That being said, nothing says you can't just move a bunch of your savings into this account for say 5 months, rack in the interest at 6%, and then simply stop using the account when that 5-month period is up. You could totally do that, and here's a scenario for what that would look like. So say you moved $50,000 into this account, well at 6% annually, that would mean $250 per month in interest paid to you. So over a 5-month period, you're looking at $1,250 in interest, which is really not bad for just moving some money around and essentially waiting. And hey, let's say you're a high roller with lots of money to play with. Well, Simply does have $1 million cap on deposits eligible for that 6% rate, but you'd still rake in $25,000 on those deposits over a 5-month period. I doubt anyone watching this is going to be depositing $1 million into a high interest savings account, but who knows? Now, you might be wondering what to do though if you want to access the funds in your Simply Financial account, as this is a fully online bank. Well, you can access your funds through any CIBC ATM across Canada using Simply Financial's checking account, which also happens to be free, by the way, to new customers. And you can actually also get up to $400 in sign-up bonuses to that account if you add a direct deposit of at least $100 a month for 3 months. So yeah, I just thought I would mention that because it's a nice little bonus to that 6% promotional interest rate in the high interest savings account. And finally, as for all of the 3 accounts we'll be looking at today, this account doesn't charge a monthly fee. It is CDIC insured up to $250,000, and there are no other transaction or minimum balance fees, which is nice. So bottom line, this is a promotional rate, once again, at 6% that you have to lock in before October 31st, 2023. And then after the 5 months period, the rates are not competitive at all. I think it drops down to below 1%. So you'd most likely want to at that point move on. But if you're someone who doesn't mind that, this could very well be a good option for you, and you can sign up to it using my link down below in the description. All right, moving into the second high interest savings account, which is actually one that I personally used for over a decade. We have Tangerine's high interest savings account, which is a company that also happens to often offer promotional rates, such as right now with a rate of 5.25%, along with, once again, a sign up bonus of $400. Now, just like with Simply's account, the 5.25% promotional rate, it is only valid for 5 months if you create a new account with Tangerine before, in this case, October 2nd, and their new deposit limit is also $1 million. Again though, this means that on a $50,000 transfer to Tangerine's high interest savings account, you'd be looking at just shy of $1,100 in interest paid out over a 5-month period, which is also quite decent for doing very little. Now, although this is a promotional rate and it is lower than Simply Financial's promotional rate, one thing I do like though about Tangerine is that they often run promotional rates for existing clients as well, not just new clients. So for example, I said earlier that I actually use Tangerine. Well, every couple of months, at least twice a year, I'd say, I usually get an email that is promoting a certain interest rate where I can activate that promotion and get more interest on my savings. Now, I'm not entirely sure if many other banks do this, but I've seen this several times with Tangerine, and that is something that I like. And finally, this account doesn't charge a monthly fee. It is also CDIC insured up to $250,000, and there are no other transaction or minimum balance fees, which is great. Hey, by the way, you can check out Tangerine down below in this video's description as well. And finally, for the third and last option here, we're not really looking at a high interest savings account officially. Rather, this is Wealthsimple's cash account that is actually now a checking account with a 4% annual interest rate. Now, Wealthsimple's cash account has definitely been very confused over the past 2 years. They had announced this exciting new product only to quickly stop using it, and the Visa cards that they had issued to accompany these accounts, which I actually happen to have one right here. I don't know if anyone remembers these. I had made a video dedicated to that new account. Well, these are no longer supported. Rather, since November of 2022, they've switched over to a MasterCard that is associated with these cash accounts. Now, if you're wondering about why there's a MasterCard associated in the first place, well, it's because it is what's used as a sort of debit card for the account. This isn't an actual credit card. You can think of it more as a prepaid card, allowing you to have access to the funds that you have in your Wealthsimple cash account. So what's nice about this Wealthsimple cash account though is that you'll earn 4% annually on all cash balances. This isn't a promotional rate, so if you're more interested in a great rate moving forward and you're not necessarily interested in opening a bunch of accounts and worrying about switching things over every couple of months to get that best promotional rate, well, this could definitely be a good option for you that you could look into. Additionally, their cash account is integrated seamlessly into the Wealthsimple application, which does make it easy to switch between your investment and your savings on a whim. So that's definitely a plus for existing, but also new potential clients. Speaking of investing, since this 4% cash account is integrated into the same application as Wealthsimple Trade, I'd recommend you use the link down below in the description to sign up for Wealthsimple. You'll get $50 for free when you deposit and trade $150, which can honestly then just be moved over to the cash account if that's what you're after. So there you have it, 3 great options for high interest accounts. Do keep in mind that all of these rates can absolutely change over time and will change over time as benchmark interest rates either increase or decrease. So depending on when you're watching this video, things may very well have changed, but comment down below and I'll try to get you the most up-to-date information and best accounts whenever you're watching this. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.